Alright, so tonight I'm working on this Ariens Deluxe 24 snowblower. The owner of this thing says that it actually seems to run fine, except it's making some noise that he says is not normal. It actually blows snow, it starts and it runs good, but he was just a little bit unsure about the noise. So we're going to open it up the bottom, because that's where he says the noise is coming from, and we'll see if we can find out what is going on. Alright, so we've got the snowblower up on its nose, and we've opened up the bottom, and I'm basically looking around to see if there's any obvious problems. And I did lubricate the chain, and I lubricated the jack shaft there, made sure not to get any lubrication on the wheel here or down here. And so I'm kind of looking around. I don't see anything obviously wrong, but I noticed that this shifted a little bit while I was messing with it. And then, if you look way in here, the tip of my screwdriver is, there's a groove, two grooves. It's really hard to see there. Try to get the light over here. See those two grooves that are in that black bar in the back? Well, they line up with this pulley just perfect. And I don't think they're supposed to be there. So why would that be happening? Well, upon a closer examination, like I said, this thing was moving on this bar and it's not supposed to. And I moved it over to the middle, and if you'll notice, there's a little hole right there, another hole right there. And sure enough, looked around and found these pins were laying in here. And they had come out of place, and they allowed that drive pulley to shift over and rub into that bar. So when the customer said he heard something that wasn't quite right, wow, good ears. So we'll put these pins back in place, and we'll keep an eye on that for future. Alright, so I was able to get those pins back in place. I tried to get them in from the top so they didn't slip out again, but one I was successful and the other I was not. So at least the pins are back in place, and now that big drive wheel won't be sliding back and forth. So let's get this thing buttoned up and ready for the snow. Alright, thanks for watching.